Certainly what we know is the heavy reduction of certain particular items in a supermarket work as loss leaders. So you go in buying your milk, you go in buying your apples or your onions, the cheap staples. But the thing is, once you're in there, you're likely to throw a few other items in the trolley, Joe. It's rare that we walk away with just that one item. So as to whether that cheap apple or milk is a buffer for potential other prices that are more elevated across the board in the supermarket is something that consumers should check when they look at that docket as they walk out the store.
So from what you've seen this morning about these price cuts, do they seem widespread and genuine in fruit and veg?
Look, what we do know is that in comparison to this time last year when there were weather events that were affecting supply, that the cost of fruit and veg has dropped because we've got more available to us. So in some way Coles is also piggybacking a little bit on reduced prices across the board as such. We also don't know how widespread throughout their fruit and veg, their produce department, their price cuts will be. Yeah. At the moment they've said on a range of products, but we don't know which ones at this point.
Yeah, we've heard from AusVeg this morning, that's the farmers organisation. They're concerned that growers will hurt from this. What do you understand will happen to growers?
Look, that's really one for the industry experts in fruit and veg to discuss. And I guess what we have seen though is dairy farmers speak out about this this time last year and also ongoing. There'll be other retailers, as with the milk wars, other retailers looking over their shoulder, from Woolies to Franklin's to your IGA to even your smaller fruit and veg stores, looking at the developments that happen and wondering whether they too should be dropping their prices. And if that takes place, then I guess that is therefore potential for a flow-on effect for producers.
So are Australians getting ripped off because there are these two companies with such a dominant position in the market?
I think consumers shop around. Don't just look at that headline price for that loss leader as you walk in the door, whether it's milk or nappies or bread or cheap lamb, but consider what your overall trolley or basket price is when you're going through the checkout. It's about shopping around, it's enjoying the cheap staples whilst they're there, but also the bigger picture is what sort of potential impact it has on the whole supermarket sector and the smaller players out there, your local supermarkets on the corner store.